Hi, everybody. Meteorologist Joe Cioffi here. Weather in 5 days in 5 minutes, brought to you by Omni True Value Hardware at 1226 North Wellwood Avenue in West Babylon, New York, and Southwest Suffolk County on Long Island. And they serve the entire New York, New Jersey, Connecticut tri-state area. Make sure that among the things that you got to think about with the upcoming winter, and that is rock salt and snow melt and ice melt products, along with snow blowers, snow shovels, and anything you need to make sure your home can stand up to adverse weather. 631-756-1125, the telephone number for the best prices in town. OmniTrueValue.com is the website. Just want to give you a heads up. The Joe and Joe Weather Show tonight will be at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Normally on Sundays we are on at 11 a.m., but we're moving it to 7 p.m. tonight. I got things to do today. In the meantime, we've got another good-looking day here. Very frosty and this morning in inland areas. Many areas getting down into the 20s, and that produced some freezes. So there are just a couple of pockets left in and around some coastal communities where we still have not gotten the first frosts or freezes, but they should happen before too long. In the meantime, we've got sunny skies, at least this morning, from Maine down into interior Virginia. The onshore flow producing low clouds over the Delmarva Peninsula and over southeastern Virginia, and then down into North Carolina. And then, as we move further south and west from there, we have a low that is moving out of the southern plains, and with it, an arm of rain and showers that are moving to the east. And it looks like this is headed our way for tomorrow, but it's going to be weakening as we go forward, and I think that's going to diminish a lot of the showers that are out to the west on the radar this morning. You see them in Tennessee, across north central Kentucky, southern Indiana, into central Illinois, and back over into Missouri, in and around the St. Louis area. Some showers to the south in Alabama and into southwest Georgia, and also on the Florida Panhandle. And we've also got big precip coming into the Pacific Northwest. And this is going to lead to maybe some snow this week in parts of the Rockies, and we're going to get to that in a moment. Not looking for much in the way of rain. Certainly, if you look today, as far as liquid precip is concerned, most of the country's quiet except for that area in the Ohio Valley and down into the east central part of the Gulf states, and also up in the Pacific Northwest. Tomorrow, some scattered precip here. We're looking at anywhere from 100th to maybe a tenth of an inch or a little bit more. You can see that the area is weakened from what it is showing today. And I think anything that happens will probably be tomorrow night into early Tuesday morning, rather than during the day tomorrow. Hefty precip amounts up in the Pacific Northwest. And as we look at the 7-day total precip, mostly on the light side, other than what we might see Monday night into Tuesday morning. We're probably going to be mostly dry in the northeast and mid-Atlantic states for the rest of this week and maybe even into next weekend. Southern plains getting into some rain, snows up in the northern Rockies, rains up in the Pacific Northwest. And speaking of that snow, this is the probability of at least 2 inches of snow. And usually this time of year, the West is the first to see the snows, the first snows of the season. And for some areas, this is going to be the second snow of the season. This is the probability of at least 2 inches. The darker blue is at least a 40% probability. The red areas showing a 90 to 100%. And I'll just put it up to about a probability of 8 inches just to show you that this does not appear to be looking like any kind of major event. So, as far as the rest of today is concerned, other than a few passing clouds, we should be okay. Note that there's a low well off the North Carolina coast. It is not tropical in nature. That high is going to hold on for today and tonight. Then you see that showery rains from that low in northern Arkansas, how it weakens as it moves to the northeast. So this is during the day on Monday. If you're well inland in Pennsylvania, maybe parts of upstate New York, central and western Virginia, the southern Appalachians, some scattered showers, but everybody else, eastern Pennsylvania to southern New England, to me looks dry. And then we'll get into some showers Monday night into Tuesday as that little disturbance goes by. And then after that, it's going to be quiet. We're going to see higher pressure trying to build down from the north as we move into the middle part of the week, but it's not a cold high, so we're not looking for anything other than probably above normal temperatures for the rest of this week. And as we move it along, unless we get into some sort of an onshore flow, which we might get toward the end of the week, but I'm not really impressed by this. You see the next cold front out to the west next weekend, still not through here. So after Tuesday, we may go quite a stretch here. It could be a 7 to maybe 10 days without any rain. And as for temperatures today, we're looking at highs that'll be back into the 60s, and we're looking at temperatures tomorrow and Tuesday and Wednesday probably in the 60s, and maybe even in some places if the sun enough sun breaks out tomorrow. And on Tuesday, could see upper 60s and lower 70s. Weather in 5 brought to you by Omni True Value Hardware, 1226 North Wellwood Avenue in West Babylon, New York. 631-756-1125, the phone number. And the website is omnitruevalue.com. Just a quick check of the tropics. The Hurricane Center is watching this area of disturbed weather south of the Dominican Republic in the east central Caribbean. It is moving slowly to the west, and it has shown some signs of organization overnight and into this morning. We'll see whether they wind up sending an Air Force reconnaissance aircraft later today to check it out, but they are indicating a 70% probability of this developing into a tropical depression in the next 2 days and an 80% probability in the next 5. And we'll talk about this more tonight on the Joe and Joe Weather Show at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. So we'll see you then.